Hi friends, what's up and welcome back to another episode. We're gonna have a bit of a book talk today. So all of the books that I have read this month slash some TBR for next month. So basically I read one of these series. I'll go into it in a second. I read one of these series in April and I was like, you know what? I have a new goal. I have set a new goal and that goal is to read a book a week. Now, I would love to read more than a book a week. I really would. But if I'm being honest with myself, I can't. I don't have the time to do that. I read, at the moment, I read in the morning and then when I'm at work, just like periods where I'm not busy, I'll just pick up my book and read, or if I'm on a break or whatever it is, that is when I'll read. But otherwise I don't really have time, or like when I come home from work and I need to like wind down and read in bed, that's when I'll read. But yeah, I don't really have the time to otherwise, so I've just set myself a realistic goal of reading a book a week. So I read this stunning series in April and like I smashed these out within a week. Both in a week, I just smashed them out. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna make that goal of reading a book a week. So, and these ones are pretty thick too. They're not like this. They're not thin. They are quite thick and chunky, but I smashed them out in a week. So I was like, you know what? That means I can smash out any book in a week. So, and I have accomplished my goal of reading a book a week. And my goal as well this month was to actually read 5 books. So I have done that. And this is why I wanted to share it with you, and kind of the books that I did pick up, some TBR as well, that I've heard good things about and want to read those ones too. But let's start from the very start. We had the new Emily Henry release of Happy Place. Now, oh my goodness, I love Emily Henry. I have all of her books. I read one after the other because I am obsessed with her. So Happy Place, definitely a really good one. I am going to be honest though, I didn't like it as much as I liked some of the other ones that she has. Like the first ones that I read, I can't remember the very first one that I read. It might have been You and Me on Vacation or Beach Read. I loved those ones. The other one, Book Lovers. Oh yeah, I just loved all of them. But yes, again, I did love this one, but I don't think I liked it as much as some of the other ones that I read from her. However, we love Emily Henry anyways. So Happy Place was just a beautiful book. Stunning. The size, can we talk about the size first and foremost? Because why do I like this size all of a sudden? I hated like the bigger books. I liked just like this size, you know, there's a decent size difference. And I was really into this size, but then like, why does this feel like I'm actually reading a book? Do you know what I mean? Anyways, Happy Place, we absolutely loved Happy Place. So Innocent, I actually gave it an 8 out of 10. As you know, I rate my books out of 10. Don't come at me for it. It's a bigger scale, okay? And I need the bigger scale. So, rated Happy Place, 8 out of 10. I absolutely loved it. Just like the setting of it, is it Lake House? At the lake house in Maine, I think. All the friends, I loved all the friends. I loved how cute and innocent this one was. It didn't go into a lot of details like some other ones do. It was a nice bit of a break from that, I think. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I also love the fact that like having your happy place and trying to figure out your happy place, I think that's a really beautiful thing. I remember a lot of my friends and family know what my happy place is, because every time I go there, I post and say my happy place. So I think it's really beautiful having a happy place, and she finally finds where her happy place is, and that just warms my soul. The last chapter of this book, oh, so cute. So freaking cute. So yes, highly recommend Happy Place by Emily Henry. Okay, going into the next book that I read was actually Love on the Brain. So I really enjoyed The Love Hypothesis by Ali. I think it's how you say it, Ali Hazelwood. I really enjoyed that one. It was a 10 out of 10 for me last year. It was probably, I think, the first book that I read last year. to be honest. And like everything else that I read, I obviously loved, but nothing came close to The Love Hypothesis. And I read it twice last year. So I was like, you know what? I need to get another one. So I got Love on the Brain, and it is very similar to The Love Hypothesis, very based like females in STEM, science, all that good stuff. Bit of an enemies to lover situation, which is what we love. Thought this one was really cute, very similar to Love Hypothesis, but it's also like too similar. So I just knew what to expect in every aspect. So I would say if you are a fan of The Love Hypothesis, definitely give some of her other ones a go. However, just expect pretty much the same thing. So yes, I would give this, I think I gave this a 7 out of 10 because I loved it, but also it was the exact same as the other ones. Now going into Archer's voice. What even? So I picked up Archer's Voice because I'm like, oh, I've heard a lot about it. It's a love story. It's another romance book, you know. Yeah, what the actual heck? I was not expecting this at all. Not at all. There were so many twists and turns in this. Like, the plot twist was insane. The characters, like Archer himself, like, definitely not the guy that you would expect in any romance novel. So I was kind of shocked about that one. So this one had so much in it. Like, it's not a thick book, but oh my goodness, the amount of stuff that's in this is insane. Let me just read this small section of the blurb. So it says, I wanted to lose myself in the small town of Palian, Maine, to forget everything I had left behind. The sound of rain, the blood, the coldness of a gun against my skin. What the heck? So it basically starts off like that. Both sides of the story of both Archer and Bree, which I love. I love having, like, I love reading both sides of the story. Like, I just need to be in both of their heads to know what they're thinking at all times. So the fact that she does that is amazing. I gave Archer's Voice a 9 out of 10 because I love it. And I want to read it for the first time again. Like, I want to go into it being like, having no idea what to expect. And when I pick up books, I never read the blurb. I know that's insane, but I don't read it because I don't want anything to like get me ready for the book. Do you know what I mean? I just want to like sit down, read it, not going into it expecting anything from it. But yes, highly recommend if you haven't read Archer's Voice to read it. You will love it. There's just so much in it, and oh, it's just so good. Now I read this one and then I was watching someone's TBR on YouTube and I picked up X's and O's and I started reading this one and I smashed this one out and then finished reading this one. So I read both of these in a week. This is what I mean by it depends what kind of week I am having with what I will end up reading and how much I will end up reading. So X's and O's by Amy Lee. This one was so much fun. I'm going to say it's going to be fun. So as I said, I was watching someone else's TBR and I saw this one and I was like, you know what? I have to get this one. I love it. So basically, Tara is a book influencer. She does YouTube and like Instagram lives and all that kind of stuff. So it has that like bit of social media in there, which we love. She talks mainly about romance books and like ties her experience to books, as well as like interviews some people about their love stories and that kind of stuff, which is actually really fun and really cute. So yeah, but Tara has had some bad luck. She has had her heart broken 10 times by 10 different men. So she revisits those relationships after having a discussion with somebody. She revisits those relationships and gives them a second chance, because who doesn't love second chance romance? So she does that, but also meets firefighter Trevor. Yes, firefighter Trevor. Are you joking me? It kind of gave me Nash vibes from Things We Hide from the Light, because he's a policeman. So now we have a firefighter. So, you know, we just got to get it going. So I really liked this one. I really enjoyed it. It was a sweet, easy read. I loved every minute of reading this book. Yeah, I gave this one an 8 out of 10. We are moving on to the last book for this month. So it is Charlie, Love and Cliches. I haven't read from this author, Ella Mays, yet. So I was kind of excited. The cover really, really sold me. You've got all of these cute little graphics on here. I love the pink, and yeah, it's just so much fun. So I started reading this. I am not, has a straw in it. This is my bookmark, everyone. A straw from work, because it's just the thing that I reach for and just put it in there every time I'm at work and I'm reading. So yeah, I have a straw as bookmark. So I'm only up to chapter 9, and it is currently Thursday. So I've really got to finish the rest of this book. But so far I am really enjoying it. I'm enjoying both the characters, which are William and Charlie. Basically, Charlie is a bit frantic. So Charlie, she works in this corporate job, and then for her dad, and then her dad decides that Charlie can't handle it anymore, so employs William. And William and Charlie kind of have a bit of a history, so you learn about their history, as well as now they have to figure out their history and working together, and that's a bit tricky. We'll let everyone know on Instagram how I rate this one, but yeah, so far I am really enjoying it and really getting into it. Okay, so now let's talk TBR. So my birthday is coming up in June, and I have asked all my friends and family to please do not buy me like presents, just buy me books, because I have a lot that I want to read, and some of the books I have now are the ones I have to order in. So the first one will be This Time It's Real. Look at the cover. It kind of reminds me of To All the Boys I Loved Before. It is apparently a fake dating trope. Again, I haven't really read the back, so I don't really want to get into it, but someone said it is a fake dating trope. So we love that. We love a fake dating trope. So this is the only one I have on hand at the moment. The other one that I do want to read is Heartbreak House Share. Apparently it's a must read for everyone in their 20s. Basically, the girl is heartbroken. She has a breakup and then moves into a share house, and they all make a list of stuff that they really want to do in their 20s and while they're single, I'm pretty sure. So she like cuts her hair, dyes her hair, does all this kind of stuff that she's been wanting to do for ages and just never does it. So it's kind of like, I feel like it's almost like How to Be Single. If you've watched that movie, it is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's just a really feel-good movie. So yeah, it's kind of like figuring out who you are without someone there. Yeah, so she makes that list and she has to try and get it all done in her 20s. So I really want to read that one. The next one that I also have is, oh yeah, This Time It's Real, that one. And then I really want to start the ACOTAR series. Now I am not someone for fantasy in the slightest. So I'm kind of scared going into it, but a lot of people have said, who do not like fantasy or aren't into fantasy, have also said that it's not what you think it is, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's fairies and that kind of stuff in it, but someone said when you picture a fairy, it's not those type of fairies. So yeah, I'm just really interested. Like, I just want to be transported into that fantasy world for a little bit, and see what is the hype, basically. So there is, I think it's a 4-book series, so I want to start with those ones. So the first one is A Court of Thorns and Roses. The second one I think is like Wings of Fury or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll have to go find it. But I have those for my TBR for June. Thank you so much for sitting and listening to my book chat. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope you go and find some of these books and give them a read. Let me know what you think. Rate them out of 5, rate them out of 10, whatever you want to do, and comment below so I know what you guys think about them. And I will talk to you very soon.